Hello everybody, and thanks for watching the Laughingstock channel. I can't talk today, that's okay. Today we're gonna continue working on this Diamond Art Club Lenten Rose diamond paintings. So last time I left off, I was fighting with the upside down picnic tables, as I called them, that they kind of like looked the same as the stars. So today I'm gonna do the stars, but on, they're almost the same color. They're very similar. Here, look, I've got the two colors side by side here. Look how close those are. And then when you've got them on this printed thing down here, the colors are so close, they're sometimes hard to tell apart. Anyway, I'm going to work on the stars today. We'll start up here at the top of the painting. And as usual, I've gotten some ready ahead of time. There we go. So we're just going to get to work. But hopefully this will be easier than the, just trying to decide between the two colors because they look so close. And I'll be able to see them. So I'm going to try and get some triples together, three-peats, whatever. They didn't want to stick there, so I pushed it back on by itself. I'm just going to get to work. Great if we could do a lot of them in, in chunks of 3. But I know some of them around here are, 1s and 2s. But we can get some of them done faster this way. Alright, now we jump into the singles. We got some up here. Some of them are upside down. There we go, we fixed a few. I'd say this is definitely going faster than the previous video where I couldn't tell what color was what went on what spot. Or what the shape was is actually more of the problem. Because they look too much alike. But now it's a little easier. Alright, we're already jumping down here and that didn't work well. I gotta try that again. Maybe I need some more wax. Just a second, I'll get some more wax. Alright, see if we can get 3 at a time now. I still only got 2. Well, we're just gonna put those 2 down. Try again. 3. I still only got 2. I don't know what's going on. I might dig out my wax and start over with the wax. I was just trying to, put it on top of the previous wax. So now I'm gonna dig it out. See, I used my little paper clip that I unbent. You probably can't see this. Maybe you can. This used to be a heart, but every time I make a shape out of it, I squish it out. So it might be good enough, but sometimes I like to double it up and get like a couple hunks. But then sometimes you get too much on there, so then I like make sure it's pushed in good and kind of slide off a little bit, just a little bit. And then we seem to be able to grab them better. So we shall try again. Now I probably don't have any pieces. Oh, I see one spot where there's 3. Okay, let's try that. I still only got 2, but I feel like I messed up and I slid. That's okay. We're going to put it in this 2 spot. That didn't work. It moved. Well, I'm just going to do some singles because I don't want to fight with the thing. And then I might try some 3s in a minute. Alright, let's try 3 now. Alright, I got 3. What a sad thing to be happy over, maybe, huh? I don't know. Okay, I feel like that's kind of the upper area. Now I'm going to move over to here where it starts going down a little more. Let's see. Right here. All right, slide it down a little more. Okay, there's like 1 here, and then this area right in here. I think there's a few that I can do as 3s. Down here. But not too many. Most of them are just going to be singles. I'm still on camera good enough here. I kind of sometimes just get going and forget to check it. All right, we've got some over here. Yeah. Okay. Make sure you guys can see this. There's a few over in this area, so we're going to work on those. Not sure where I want to hold the tray here. Some singles. Almost. Okay, I think that's all right there. We do have some in this area. Let's see if there's any that I can get with a 3. I don't think so. I think they're all going to be like singles lining up here on angles and stuff. Sometimes I'd like to be quiet because I think some people just like to hear the sound of them kind of clicking in, you know? It's kind of soothing, I guess, maybe. That did not stick well. No, it's sticking on my fingers, though. Static. Static has been my nemesis throughout this whole painting. Okay, I'm going to slide her up. I think all we have left is this kind of bottom area in here. And down in here a little bit. So this little area right here. I'm going to kind of shake my gems a little bit. Or drills, whatever. I like to call them gems. I think it's a funner name. I like to kind of go back and forth a little bit, and that helps you line up the rows, although I don't know if I have rows to put down anymore, but I like it kind of shakes off the top and makes them stay in that tape area sometimes, except those ones right there that are stubborn. If you lay it down, it shakes a little better too. It seems like, yeah, see, that helped it lay down, like get rid of some of those that were like laying on top. Okay, we're gonna lay this here. I think we'll start in this area, and I do see a couple spots that we can get 3 in a row. Ornery things. Where'd we go? Right here. There's a 3 in a row spot there. And then a bunch of singles, I feel like. You guys can see that. I always like to try and double check and make sure I'm not glaring. I know my hand's getting in the way. I'm sorry, but I don't know what else to do. If I have it in too bright of light, it glares. If I put it in the duller light, you can't see it as well. If anybody has any advice for that situation, let me know. All right, we fixed up that little area. Now we have this, and then some down in the blue. Let's see if we have any. Yeah, we've got some areas where we can do 3s. Yeah, there's a number of spots, so that'll be good. We'll get some done faster with the 3. The 3-peat, as I've been calling it. Okay, well, we might as well just keep going with any 3s, right, that we find. Down into here, even in the blue area. That might be it. That might be all the 3s. Oh, we're so close to being done with this color then. Yay, because I don't like this one. I just don't like it. I can't see it very well. I like the pinks and the blues. They're easier for me to see for some reason. Maybe it's just the lighting in my room. Maybe it's my old eyes. I don't know. I mean, I do work in our basement, but I feel like we have pretty good light down here. Got a couple big fluorescent lights, and then I have a little overhead lamp too, so... Almost done with this color. Let's see. I need to probably adjust them a little bit so they don't look like they're quite on their spots, but... Alright, I'm gonna pick it up and run it by the camera so you guys can see where we were working on some of that color. The stars. Remember, we were doing the stars. Do you see any that I missed? I feel like we did good. Oh, I found a few more right here. Right down here, I found a few more. And that's, I guess, sometimes why we double check, just in case we miss a few. Okay. I feel like maybe we got all those. So I think next we're going to work on this, I don't know what you want to call it, a T shape. I mean, it's upside down that way, but it kind of still looks like a T shape. I don't think there's a ton of them in this painting of these. It's a pretty dark green. And once again, of course, I got the tray ready ahead of time because it's faster that way. I figured that out from the start. So I'm going to do some threes. That didn't work so well. I only picked up one out of the three. How did that happen? Well, I don't even have a spot there to put them in. Okay, hold on. Gotta go down there. Alright, I got a few left up here in this. Boy, for me, this color is really glaring too. Actually, I have a row right there. I can do three. I only got two. Oh, I found some stars I missed. Darn, I'm gonna have to do that because it'll drive me nuts. Right in here, there's like three of them. Right there. Well, that's one reason, good reason why I did not put the tray away too early. So that if you missed a few and you see them when you're still working on the next one, there we go. You can go back and catch them. Which I did, so that made me happy, I guess, that I could just get those done. Once again, I got only two. Where are they? Upside down picnic tables. So that's what I'm working on. All right, well, that worked out okay. I just got the two there. Let's try again. That did okay. They didn't lay down real well. I gotta. What's going on here? He doesn't want to go in the spot. There we go. All right. I get a couple over here. Now what? I'm gonna move down a ways. There's a couple over in here, just a couple. Okay, a few right here, three spot. I need to kind of a little wax off there. I feel like it kind of got a little much. Squishing out a little bit. Right there. That was a good one. Okay. Let's keep going for those good placements of multiples. I only got one on there. How do you have a three and you only get one on it? There, no, I got two, so I can fill in the rest of the three. Okay, a couple singles in here. All right, I think that's all of those. Oh, I missed a couple back up in here that I didn't see earlier. That's why you look around, I guess. Come on, I had one in there. There we go. All right, we have some right in this area. Let's catch those. Maybe I can get a few threes out of there, or a couple threes. Where'd they go? Right here. All right, well, I guess we're back to singles, but that's okay. I think I found a couple stars, so I'm gonna go back and get them. Missed them before, but I'll get a few there. I'm glad I didn't put them away again. All right, take care of those. It's a star color, but okay, we got a couple right here. Okay, keep going right through here now. There's a couple there. All right, now down to the bottom, down in here. And down through here. It looks like that's gonna be the end of those, so I think we can get a few three-peats. I only got two. There's a two spot right there. Perfect. Just shake them up a little bit. Try and get some more of the rows together a little bit, because I got a few more threes that I can line up and do some together there. Getting close to being done with this color. I think they're all kind of singles and through there too, so. It's upside down. All right, let's take a look and see if we got them all. That was the upside down T, or whatever you want to call it. So help me look through there and holler at me if you see any. Do you see any that I missed? Kind of holding up better, so hopefully we both can see it. I think it's looking pretty good. We're getting so close to the end, guys. So close to the end. So I'll call that a video for today, and I just want to thank you all for watching the Laughingstock channel, guys, and keep rooting me on as we try to get this diamond art painting done. So we'll catch y'all later, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.